What's going on, guys? Welcome back to RideRazor. My name is Austin, and in today's video we're going to be teaching you guys how to do a heel whip rewind. Alrighty, so for those of you guys at home that do not know what a heel whip rewind is, a heel whip rewind is where you do a heel whip and then you actually kick the deck backwards so it does a tail whip. So it's pretty much rewinding the heel whip so it does a tail whip. It is definitely more of an advanced trick. Things you guys need to know ahead of time is definitely how to do a heel whip and how to do a tail whip. And I don't mean just knowing how to do them. I do recommend you guys have them on lock. You can do double heel whips, you can do double tail whips, because it definitely is more of an advanced trick. And this is a heel whip rewind, so it's not a tail whip rewind. That trick does exist. Doing a heel whip initially and then kicking it backwards to do a tail whip tends to be the easier way to learn. So if you guys at home watching this feel more comfortable doing tail whip rewinds, so you're starting off with a tail whip and then kicking it backwards so it does a heel whip, that's honestly totally okay. Whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. I personally just prefer doing heel whip rewinds. Just to briefly show you guys the motion, like I said, it is a heel whip and you kick it backwards to do a tail whip. So you kick out the heel whip and then you use either A, the bottom of your foot to kick it backwards like this, or I see a lot of people that like to use the side of their shoe or the side of their foot to kick it backwards. So once again, once you guys are actually practicing the trick, it's just going to come down to whatever you like to do more. But I like to kick it with the bottom of my foot. So once the deck is approaching, instead of just landing it, I kick it backwards so it does a tail whip. So just like any trick that revolves around a motion that you guys need to have on lockdown, the best way to learn it is by just standing on the ground and practicing that motion. So this is what I would do if I was learning heel whip rewinds. I would just sit here and kick it back and forth and just get familiar with that deck coming around and actually kicking it. And doing it this way, where you're going back and forth, will actually help you get comfortable doing the trick both ways. So you can do heel whip rewinds and tail whip rewinds and have pretty much both sides on lockdown. All right, so when it comes down to actually how to do the trick, you guys are gonna wanna find a ramp that you can get a good amount of air out of. Like I said, you wanna have that motion on lock on the ground, so then when it comes to actually doing it in the air, it's a no-brainer, it's muscle memory. But approach the ramp, drop those knees, compress. Once you hop, kick out the heel whip. Once you feel it coming around, kick it back with the bottom or the side of your foot and use your wrist to bring the tail whip back, and you pretty much just gotta land it and roll away after that. And when it comes down to trying a heel whip rewind, it really does just come down to whatever ramp you feel comfortable doing it out of. You are gonna need a good amount of air. Once you guys get more comfortable with the trick, you'll be able to start doing it flat or out of the smallest ramps. But at first, you're gonna need something that gets you pretty far up there. Alrighty, so now that we know how to do the trick and where to do the trick, let's go do a few.